Welcome to Now. I'm your host, Curtis Parody, and I'm extremely afraid of nuclear warfare. Okay, so you may be wondering why I said what I said in the intro, besides the fact that many of us are afraid of nuclear warfare. Actually, I have a feeling that's close to like 100% of the world is afraid of it. Anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up is because a truck driver from the US has actually reverse engineered one of the bombs used in the attacks against Nagasaki and Hiroshima in World War II. Yep, he's no ordinary truck driver. He spent the last couple of years building models of these bombs in his garage. Now, I should mention these models are not fully functional, they're simply just exteriors used in museums. But while researching the bombs to build the models, he came across some interesting information, and using a little brain power, he came to understanding just what was actually inside these bombs in the first place, since, you know, the actual designs have never been released to the public for obvious reasons. Another fun fact that I should point out about this truck driver is that he did actually study physics in university, so he knows a thing or two about what could possibly be going on inside of a nuclear bomb. So if you ever felt more afraid that the world could end in a large blast, now should be that time. If you want to learn more about this American truck driver, Popular Science has put together a great video about it on their site, link to it in the description below. From giant exploding bombs to giant maps of the universe. Astronomers at the New Mexico Apache Point Observatory have used the giant telescope there to create the largest 3D map of the universe ever, containing over 400,000 galaxies. This map was made possible by the data collected in the Sloan Digital Sky Survey, which, if you don't already know I don't, has been an ongoing project for the past 12 years to chart 7 billion years worth of planetary activity, and it's pretty big stuff. It's amazing to simply look at this footage and think somewhere within one of those galaxies is our solar system, and inside that solar system is one little tiny chunk of rock that we call Earth. It really puts everything into perspective. And because I'm slightly nerdy, let's do a little calculation using all that information. Within our solar system, there is, of course, one star that we call the Sun, 8 planets or so, depending upon what the scientists determine is a planet isn't a planet, and one that is inhabited by life that we know of. So let's open that view up a little bit more. Within the Milky Way galaxy, which is where Earth is located, there are somewhere between 200 and 400 billion stars, meaning a possibility of 200 to 400 billion other solar systems. But wait, these calculations are not over yet. Going back to the information collected in New Mexico, they have mapped over 400,000 galaxies like the Milky Way. Putting this all together, and you get 400,000 galaxies, between 80 and 160 quadrillion stars. If you're wondering what a quadrillion is, here is what 80 quadrillion currently looks like. There's the number, it's pretty freaking big. Now, assuming each star supports life on only one other planet within its solar system, you get a possibility of 80 to 160 quadrillion other life-supporting planets in our universe. Now, maybe I'm wrong because, hey, I'm not a scientist, so you can subtract many quadrillion out of that and whoa! You still have a ton of other planets left. This being the main reason why I believe we are not alone in the universe. From traveling around the universe in a 3D model to possibly the future of traveling around the Earth. This amazing looking aircraft could be the future of air travel. Created by NASA in conjunction with other large aircraft design companies, this cool looking aircraft could someday take you around the world. Now, what you're looking at here is not a full-scale model, it's actually 1/8 the actual size. But all the important information it's gathering could make it possible to build a full-scale model in the future. This design, called a blended wing design, which helps reduce the drag the aircraft encounters, which results in better fuel economy, and it's all better for the environment. And if you've noticed, the engines are located on the top of the aircraft. This creates much less noise for people on the ground. So maybe someday in the distant future, these will be a norm for air travel. This last story is less science-filled than the others and leans more towards science fiction. Here's the story. A couple decided to set up a camera outside their home after a spat of attacks on their cars, which seems like a normal thing to do. When they went to look at the footage the next day, they found this, what they're calling a child ghost leaping over their car. According to the homeowners, the ghost jumped their fence and flew over their cars, then down the street and back before going out of view of the camera. I'm not really sure what to think about this. It could be true, it could be a ghost, or it could simply be a bug really close to the camera. Keep in mind that the actual video footage is not available online to see, so it's really hard for me to know. But that kind of makes me wonder, do you believe in ghosts or other supernatural beings? Tell me in the comments section below, or you can let me know on Facebook, Twitter, or Google+. Links to all that and more in the description below. And don't be afraid to say what you actually think, because I do want to know. Personally, myself, I stand kind of on the line. I believe that everything can be explained by science, but I'm not really a scientist myself, you know, if you've ever noticed. So if something like that were to happen to me, I'd be like, that's a ghost! With that aside, when you're done commenting below or on Facebook, Twitter, or Google+, don't forget to click the subscribe button above or right there in that corner. Once you click that, all of the newest episodes of Now will get sent straight to you. Then you can click the like button because you like this video, you like the content in it, or you liked me. One of the three. I'm Curtis Parody, and that's what's happening now.